know in the comments. So I went to a few banks and I picked up some rolls. I got a couple of rolls of coins from a few different banks that I went to. So I'm not real familiar with doing this, and as you can see, I struggled pretty hard getting this first one open. So now we're looking for certain dates on these. These are dollars. So, and they're the small ones, and I'm not real familiar with these and how it works, but there are certain dates and certain ones that can hold some value. So this is my first time trying to get into numismatics. I'm trying to learn a little bit about them. I have a bunch of old coins and a bunch of pennies and dimes and nickels and quarters, half dollars, dollars that we've just held on to over the years, that we've just picked up. We typically never use our change, so over the years it's just built up. And I'm trying to learn a little bit more about them, so I figured I'd go to a bank and just buy some rolls and go through it and do a little bit of investigating and trying to find out which ones might be worth money and which ones I can feel pretty confident just putting in a roll and taking to the bank and cashing out on. So that's the whole purpose of me doing this here. And I'm not quite sure what I'm looking for on some of these. So I did pull up some information and tried to pull out the ones that might hold some value. And it's going to take me a little bit of time, I think, to go through and find the ones that have important dates on them, to set them aside and make sure that I'm not, getting rid of something that I might have stumbled across over the years that might be worth something. So now those Susan B. Anthony's hold a little bit of value if they're an error coin. But, trying to find out which ones they are can be a little bit difficult. Some of these ones were in really good shape. The presidential coins. And Sacagawea, there are a few of those that are worth money as well, but I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. And there was another 1979. Those ones had some errors in them. So now we're going to move on to a roll of half dollars. Now, I went to a few banks and only one of them had these here. So first thing I'm going to want to do is make sure that I don't get any silver. I'm looking for some silver half dollars here, and unfortunately there weren't any in this particular roll, but there are a few of these that have certain dates that are important, ones that are good to hang on to, and some that may have some errors, but really didn't get a whole lot here in this roll. But it was interesting to learn a little bit about these coins and trying to find out, if they were worth any money or which ones were important dates to hang on to. There's a lot of videos out there with people doing this that know a whole lot about these coins and which ones to hang on to and which ones not. Here's a bicentennial, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to hang on to that one. And I just wanted to show you guys each one as I went through. And I know there's some of you guys out there that are watching that probably know way more about this than I do. And you might be able to tell me if you see something that's of interest. Please leave comments down below. And let me know if you see anything that I should take a closer look at. And help me out with this a little bit if you can, because I'm really unfamiliar with what I'm looking at. These three here I definitely wanted to take a look at. So I'm going to do a little bit more in-depth on those once I get a chance. Now, this was from the other bank I went to, and I picked up a few more dollars just so I can learn a little bit more about them. But I mean, this could be fortunate or unfortunate, but every single one of these are the same exact coin, same year. Now, there is a bunch of them that are the type A and a bunch that are the type B. Now that means, on the type A's, when you're looking at the coin face up, you're going to come across the, if you turn it on its edge, you can kind of see there's a, it's hard to see here, but I'll try to, put a little snapshot in so you guys can see. That's where you find the dates on these coins. And the type A's are when you're looking at it, when you're looking at the face of the coin and then you just turn to the edge, it is right side up. The lettering is right side up on the type A. And I had some type A and some type B on those. Here's the second roll from the bank. And again, I don't know if this is good or bad, but they're all almost in uncirculated condition here as well. And they're all the same exact coin. Now, I did scan one each of these into my app that I have on my phone for coins. And the one that I scanned in came up at $9.35 for that one. So I'm not quite sure what is going on with that. But if somebody can let me know why that particular year was so important or why it might be worth so much money. Even the low grade of those, I went online and looked them up. They're selling for $3. I'm not quite sure why, but maybe somebody can explain that to me. Those ones there are the William Henry Harrington dollars. And if somebody can tell me why that one is so important, I'd really appreciate that. And I apologize for this little blur that's in the screen there. I was trying to get these open and a little bit of a struggle for me, but I wanted to be able to show you guys if there were any silver coins that I got in any of these quarter rolls. And to be honest, I really didn't get a whole lot out of here. Now, I got about 20 coins or so that have important dates that I'm going to take a look at and see if I have any error coins on any of those ones there. But pretty much these were just, regular quarters. Nothing special out of any of them. It was pretty interesting seeing some of the designs. I never really paid much attention to quarters. I get them from the store and they just go into my little tray in my car, and then when it builds up, I just take them, I bring them in, I just throw them in our coin collection that we got. And I use mostly cards these days to pay for about everything. Don't really carry a whole lot of cash or anything like that. So it was interesting to see all the different coins, and it was kind of eye-opening seeing all the different stuff that was out there. So, but like I said, don't do this very often. And here's the 1979s that have the 1979 is, if it's really close to the rim, like if it's sitting on the rim really close, then it's an error coin. It could be worth some money. So I did set these aside, and I'm not 100% sure if any of these are that. They all look the same. So there you have it. It's my first endeavor to do some coin hunting rolls. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments. I may not post any more of these. I don't think I really got anything special, and it does take a lot of time to go through them. And like I said, this was mostly for my own education on trying to find some coins. But as always, if you guys like what you see, please leave some comments down below. I can make more videos like this. It doesn't take a ton of time, and I can go through and just look for certain coins when I do this and let you know. But anyway, as always, keep on stacking, onward and upward.
There once was a man that stacked silver, so he called himself an investor. But the silver he had was not enough, so he stacked it more and more. Soon then the increase comes, shiny, glittery, and in large sums. Now when the stacking's done, he loved it more and more.